Hi everyone, I'm Cass. Welcome to my channel and welcome to your core focused Pilates Yoga Fusion. In this practice, we will be pairing Pilates exercises targeting the entire midsection to work our strength and stamina in that area with just some full body gentle yoga asanas that will allow us to find some stillness and some quiet moments and release tension. You won't need any props for today's class, so when you're ready to begin, meet me in a comfortable seated position in the center of your mat. Coming into easy seated pose, one leg crossed in front of the other, just take this moment to find some length in the spine. Feeling the shoulders stacking over the hips, the head stacking over the shoulders. Crown of the head reaches toward the sky and the shoulders soften down. And let's just start to pair some movement with the breath as we begin today. Inhaling, lifting the arms up toward the sky, and exhaling, allowing them to float down. That's all. Just inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Following your own breath. And as you lower the hands down, can you grow a little bit taller through the crown of the head? One more inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. This time we'll inhale to lift, and as we exhale, plant that left palm down. Find a side bend here, reaching through the right fingertips. And then inhale, open that chest up toward the sky as you allow that arm to fall behind you. Exhale, bring the palm down to the mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up just enough to extend that left leg away from you. We're going to plant that right palm behind us. As you inhale, lift into a baby wild thing. Exhale, bring yourself into your head to knee pose over that left leg. So inhale, plant that right palm, lift the hips up toward the sky. Exhale, release over the leg. One more inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. This time as you lift, let's just find an easy open twist. So planting that right palm behind you and then left palm grabs that right knee, spiraling the torso around that straight spine and gazing over the right shoulder. We're facing this side of our mat now. We're going to plant our hands down on the outside of the right thigh, coming onto this right knee, finding our tabletop pose here with the left leg extended out long. We're going to reach the right arm away. Take a moment to feel centered and balanced through the torso here. Hips are on an even line. And then we're just going to start by finding a lift and lower. So lifting that arm and leg in line with the torso and then lowering them down to tap the mat. Can you move the arm and leg at the same time? Finding that low point at the same time and that high point at the same time. We've got 2 and 1. This one will hold. Send it out on the diagonal, arm and leg away from one another and back to center. And away and center. Out to the side, back to the midline. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back to center, place the right palm down. We're going to pivot this right shin off the mat, opening into our side tabletop pose here. Finding your balance, left fingertips reaching up toward the sky. And then we're going to drop the left foot down to the mat. First, just take a side bend here, breathing into the left side of the body. And on your next inhale, let's cartwheel up into our gate pose, bringing left palm to the left calf, taking a stretch here, breathing into the right side of the body. Now we're going to find it's over the edge in Pilates or a dancing gait in yoga. Either way, as we're leaning toward the leg, top arm reaches toward that leg, bottom arm reaches away, and then we switch as we lean away from the leg, bottom arm reaches toward it, top arm reaches away. Moving back and forth. The lower you lean away from the leg, the more challenging it's going to be. So just take it to whatever level feels good for you today. Remember to keep that tailbone nice and lengthened so that we're not arching through the back. Keep that left foot anchored down. And we'll have 3 more. On this last one, we'll hold as we're reaching away from the leg, little up and down here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that right palm back down to the mat. Come back through that side stretch. And let's hop the knee forward so that we can drop the hips down to the mat. Coming back to having our left leg extended here. We're going to find a revolved head to knee. So just bring the right hand or forearm, left hand or forearm inside the left leg. Right fingertips reach overhead. Breathing into the right side of the ribs. And coming up through center, let's find that easy seated pose and we'll make our way through the other side. So first we're just going to recenter with that inhale to lift the arms. Exhale, float them down. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. One more lift. Then as we lower, let's side bend over to the right. Inhale, open that chest up toward the sky. Exhale, turn the torso to face the mat as you bring that top palm down. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting up, we'll plant that left palm behind us. Right leg extends away this time. Lifting the hips, opening into that baby wild thing. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the hips down, coming over, folding over that right leg, head to knee pose. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lifting this time. Just plant that left palm behind you for our open twist. Right palm grabs the left knee, twisting through the spine, gazing over that left shoulder. And then planting both hands down, coming onto the back toes, finding our tabletop pose here with that right leg extended back. Left arm reaches out long. And we're going to start with just that lift and tap down. Lift and lower. For 2. Next one we hold. Send it out on the diagonal, back to the midline. Out to the side and center. Side and center. We've got 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Left palm comes down. Pivot on that left shin, opening up into our side tabletop pose we're just holding here. Reaching those right fingertips up to the sky. Let's drop that right foot down to the mat. Take that big side stretch. And then cartwheeling up to our gate pose, taking a moment here. Breathing into the left side of the ribs. And then finding our dancing gait. So we'll start going toward the leg and then away. Moving back and forth. Tailbone is nice and long. Keeping the neck in line with the rest of the spine. We have 3. 2. This one we hold, leaning away from the leg, little up and down. 3, 2, 1. Drop that left palm down to the mat. Find that stretch. Send that left knee forward so the hips can come down. Back to that seated position with the right leg out long. This time finding our revolved head to knee pose. And coming back up. This time we're going to send both legs out long and find some rollbacks. So find a nice tall spine here. We're going to grab onto the back of the thighs to begin with, and then make a C shape with your spine as you round, stacking shoulders over hips. Send it back, extending through the arms. Bring it back up and find that length. So rounding, releasing back, curving back forward, and lifting tall. A few more just like that. Using the back muscles to allow you to lift nice and tall. Keeping the feet anchored down. And now you can continue right there, or remove the hands from behind the thighs and just reach them forward as you roll back and lift back up. We've got 2 more, and then we're going to hold. Now on this next one, pick a spot to hold that feels good for you to hold. Maybe you're still hanging on, that's fine. Maybe your arms are out long. If they are, lift the arms up toward the sky and bring them back down. And lift and lower. We've got 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Round it up. Lift nice and tall. And release over the legs. Just take a nice passive forward fold over the legs just for a moment, releasing the upper back, maybe allowing the forehead to rest down on the knees. And then make sure you have enough room behind you. We're going to roll all the way down to our mat this time. Releasing the head down, feeling nice and grounded. We're going to find a neutral place in the pelvis, which means hip bones, pubic bone, belly button are all on one level plane. And we're going to keep them there as we fold the right knee in and fold the left knee in, finding tabletop. Extending both arms up toward the sky, palms facing in. We're just going to alternate tapping left toe down, reaching the right arm back, back to center. Right toes, left arm, and center. Alternating sides, your trunk is nice and stable. And you can stay right here, or instead of tapping the toe down with that knee bent, you can extend the leg away and lift it back up. Extend the leg away, sweep it up, and bend. So extend, sweep, bend. Extend, sweep, bend. One more on each side. Hug the knees in. Rock from side to side. And we're just going to take a nice deep spinal twist when we're down here. So crossing right knee over left. Press into that left foot to send the hips slightly over to the right, dropping both knees to the left. Right arm reaches out long. Allowing the right shoulder to melt down to the surface beneath you. Bring the knees back through center and we'll switch to the other side. Left knee crosses over right, sending the hips slightly over to the left, and then dropping both knees to the right. Coming back through center. Step the feet away from you. Nice big step. Taking an assisted roll up here. Sweeping the arms overhead. Inhale, keeping the ribs tucked down toward the hip points. Exhale, curl neck, shoulders away from the mat, and then round through the lower back, lifting yourself up tall. You can always use your hands if you need to get there. Otherwise, let's cross at the ankles and come over to our hands and knees. We're just stepping back into plank pose and lifting the hips into downward facing dog. And just taking a moment in this downward facing dog to walk through the feet, bending one knee and then the other, pressing through all 10 fingers. Now we're going to roll forward into our plank pose. Option to drop the knees here at any point when we're in plank. Let's come down to our forearms, placing those elbows right where the wrists were. And then we're going to melt the knees down, melt the hips down, find our Sphinx pose. Inhale in. Tucking the toes under as you exhale, reverse that motion, peeling the belly away from the mat, lifting the knees, forearm plank. Exhaling for Sphinx. Inhale, find that forearm plank. 2 more just like that. And the next time you come into your forearm plank, hold here. Planting through the right forearm, we're going to open into forearm plank, side forearm plank, reaching the left hand up to the sky. So drop this right knee down if you need to. Otherwise, with both knees lifted, we're going to find a little thread the needle action here. Threading that left arm under and sending it back high. Thread and reach. 4 more. Coming back through center, forearm plank, both forearms down. Let's melt down, find that Sphinx pose. Inhale. Exhale, press away from the mat. Lifting up, forearm plank. Dropping it down to Sphinx. Lifting it into that plank. 1 more Sphinx. Coming back through forearm plank. This time opening into forearm plank on the opposite side. Right hand reaches up toward the sky, and we thread and reach. Thread and reach. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time back to center, that forearm plank with both forearms down, melt through the belly. This time let's hold that Sphinx pose. Pressing into the forearms, lifting the crown of the head high. And then replacing the palms of the hands where the elbows were. Press into the palms, round through the spine, find your child's pose, sending the hips back toward your heels, allowing the back to round over the thighs, forehead releasing down toward the mat. And maybe releasing the arms back by the heels, allowing the shoulders to round. Just taking this moment to feel supported, allowing the mind to quiet and soften. Let's lift up, coming to a kneeling position just to sweep the legs around, coming down to take a seat, bringing the soles of the feet together for our butterfly pose. So allowing the knees to fall open, find a nice long spine, crown of the head reaching toward the sky, hinge at the hips as you bring the chest toward the mat, and then you can allow the upper body to soften, allowing the head to bow down, releasing any tension in the neck. Lifting yourself back up. Send the legs out long in front of you, knees bent, and then reach the palms over so you can grab the bottom of your feet, and then press through the toes. Allow the forehead to drop down toward the knees, releasing to the upper back, feeling the shoulder blades pull away from one another. And then coming back up to take a seat. We're going to finish with just a little bit of centering mindfulness here because we are working our whole center today. So finding a comfortable seat. If easy pose feels good, let's come back into that. Or you could be kneeling or even lying down if that feels best for you. Return your attention to the breath, feeling the belly expand as you inhale and soften in as you exhale. Taking a deep breath in and a long breath out. Connecting with this source of strength, stability that is always within you. And just like we move from our physical center on the mat to keep ourselves steady and stable, can you move from your spiritual, from your energetic center off the mat? Can you make choices and act in ways that are aligned with the truest version of yourself? Just bringing this idea with you as we wrap up our practice today. Connecting with that quiet place inside yourself of strength, stability, and groundedness. It's always there for you. You just might need to take a breath or two to connect with it. I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel amazing and ready to take on whatever the rest of the day brings. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye.